What if every time you bought a coffee or paid for gas, you were building your wealth without even noticing? Sounds awesome, right? That's the magic of Roundup savings and micro-investing. In this segment, we're exploring how those little bits of spare change can turn into real investments over time. This is all about micro-investing, because even if you're starting with pennies, it can grow into serious money. Grab a snack, maybe that $4 latte you'll round up to $5, and let's jump in. So what are Roundup savings? Imagine you buy something for $3.50. With Roundup savings, you'd be charged $400, and the extra $0.50 would automatically go into savings or get invested. It's like a digital spare change jar, quietly working in the background. Back in the day, people would throw coins into a jar and eventually deposit them in a bank. Now, apps do it for you! Every purchase you make, a few cents or $1 goes towards your future. It's literally saving without thinking about it. A set-and-forget strategy. The most famous example is probably Acorns, a pioneer in this space. Acorns links to your debit card, and whenever you spend, it rounds up to the next dollar and invests the difference for you. Buy a $2.75 coffee, Acorns bumps it to $3 and invests $1.25. Individually, these amounts are tiny, like what can a quarter do? But those little amounts add up surprisingly fast. Some Roundup apps claim their users save hundreds if not thousands of dollars a year just from spare change. Think about it, $0.30 here, $0.70 there every time you swipe your card. Over dozens of transactions each month, it becomes real money. By year's end, you might have a few $100 you didn't have to lift a finger to save. That's the beauty of it. And nowadays, it's not just Acorns. Many banks and fintech apps offer Roundup features. Chime, Capital, Stash, they all have their own twist. For example, some will round up and put the money into a high-yield savings account, great for building an emergency fund, while others invest it in stocks or ETFs for you. Essentially, they're micro-investing on your behalf. Micro-investing means you can start with very small amounts, even pennies, and still get into the market. Traditionally, investing sounded like something only rich folks or Wall Street types do, right? You needed thousands of dollars to buy stocks or meet account minimums. Not anymore. Now anyone with a smartphone can invest with literal pocket change. It's opened the doors for students and young professionals to start investing sooner rather than later. And that's huge, because the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Thank you, compound interest. Let's illustrate with a quick example. Say you use a Roundup app and on average you're investing $30 a month via spare change. Fun fact, Acorns says the average user does about that much through Roundups. $30 a month isn't a lot. That's what, one takeout meal? But in a year, that's $360. In 5 years, $100 to $800, plus whatever gains from investments. Over decades, with compounding, it could grow to many thousands. This is how micro-investing can build real wealth over the long term. It's not going to make you a millionaire overnight, let's be clear. But it helps you cultivate a consistent investing habit, and that's often the hardest part of growing wealth. It's like a sneaky wealth hack. You're tricking yourself into investing by siphoning off amounts you won't miss. Now, you might be wondering, does this really pay off? Is rounding up my pennies actually worth it? Great question. We have some data on this. An analysis shared by Axios looked at Acorns users over about 9 years and found the average person saved roughly $2,500 just from their spare change investments. 25 from pennies and dimes, not too shabby. Now, $2,500 isn't buying you a house or an early retirement, let's be honest. In fact, the article quipped it's enough for a decent vacation, but not remotely enough for a house down payment. So yes, micro-investing alone won't make you rich, but it will give you a nice chunk of money that you otherwise might have just frittered away. Plus, that analysis was one scenario. If you combine roundups with other contributions, say you occasionally toss in an extra $20 when you can, your balance will grow even more. The real power of Roundup savings is in changing behavior and mindset. It proves to you that you can save and invest, even on a tight budget. A lot of people feel like I have no extra money to invest. Roundup apps basically say, hey, you won't miss 50 cents, let's invest it. And once you see those small amounts turn into a few $100s, you gain confidence to maybe invest larger amounts or explore other financial steps. It's like a gateway to better money habits. One advisor described it perfectly. Giving people an easy tool to harness compounding interest is fundamentally necessary for everybody. It gets you in the game. Let's quickly touch on some pros and cons so you get the full picture. Pros of Roundup Saving Investing. It's automatic and effortless. You set it up once and it runs in the background. It's great for people who struggle to save because it removes the need for willpower. Money moves to savings with every purchase. Another pro, it makes saving painless. You likely won't notice the small roundups leaving your checking account, so there's no feeling of sacrifice. Yet at the end of the month, you've got a tidy sum saved. It also helps you stay goal-focused. Many apps let you set a goal, new laptop, vacation, emergency fund, and seeing your spare change inch toward that goal is motivating. Finally, it's accessible. Even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you can still invest something, however small, and be part of wealth building. Cons of Roundup Saving. One is fees. Some micro-investing apps charge a monthly fee, maybe $1 or $3 or more for premium features. A few bucks a month is nothing if you're investing a lot, but if you're only saving a few dollars of change, the fee can eat the whole benefit. For example, paying $3 a month while only rounding up $5 a month isn't great math. You'd net only $2 saved. So you want to ensure the app's fee, if any, is justified by how much you're saving. Another consideration, small impact in short term. Let's be real, if you only rely on roundups, it will take a while to accumulate significant money. As we said, it might be a few hundred a year. It's not a substitute for intentional saving or investing larger amounts when you're able. Think of it as a boost, not the entire engine of your wealth. Lastly, psychologically, there's a slight risk of getting complacent. It's easy to say, cool, my app is saving for me, I don't need to think about money at all. You still should be mindful of your overall spending and saving goals. Roundups work best when combined with a good budget and maybe other saving methods, like automatic transfers to savings on payday. Overall though, Roundup savings are a net positive for most people. They turn spending into an opportunity to save. How cool is that? It's like a reward system. Every time you treat yourself, you're also treating your future self. And over time, those treats to your future can compound into meaningful funds. I often say, let your change create change. It might sound cheesy, but it's true. Small habits can lead to big results. Now I'm curious, do any of you use Roundup apps or micro-investing tools? Perhaps Acorns, Stash, or something your bank offers? Drop a comment and share your experience. Did it surprise you how much you saved, or was it underwhelming? Let's get a discussion going. And hey, if you're enjoying these insights into personal finance, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support, and it helps us keep the content coming. Before we wrap up, here's a pro tip. If you're doing roundups, stay engaged with it. Check your app occasionally to celebrate milestones. Whoa, I saved $100, and consider upping the game when you can. Many apps let you do multipliers, like round up to the nearest $1 and double it. So a $40 roundup becomes $80 invested. If you can afford that, it accelerates things. Also, once you get comfortable, maybe set up a small weekly auto transfer on top. Even $5 a week can make a big difference over time, beyond just spare change. To sum it up, Roundup savings and micro-investing are making investing accessible to everyone. You don't need a big salary or a finance degree to start investing. You just need to start small and stay consistent. It builds the habit of saving, taps into the power of compounding, and can genuinely grow your wealth in the long run. It's one of those personal finance trends that's both trendy and smart. So next time you buy something, remember, your spare change could be hard at work. If you want to learn more about micro-investing, saving strategies, or any personal finance topic, check out personalfinancetime.com. They have tons of resources on beginner investing, budgeting, and more. The link will be in the description. It's a great place to deepen your knowledge and get actionable tips to build wealth, even if you're starting with just pennies. Thanks for watching, and happy investing, one tiny step at a time.